History tells us humanity slowly learned how to build, invent, and advance. But across the world, archaeologists keep uncovering objects that shouldn't exist at all. Hidden in tombs and buried cities are artifacts so precise and advanced they look thousands of years ahead of their time, and no one can fully explain them. Today, we're diving into 5 ancient discoveries that are rewriting what we thought we knew. Coming in at number 5 is a mystery that has puzzled historians for centuries: the Roman dodecahedron. First discovered in the 18th century, around 120 of these bizarre objects have been unearthed, mostly across the former northern territories of the Roman Empire, from Wales to Hungary. They are small, hollow, 12-sided objects made of bronze. Each face has a circular hole of a different size, and each corner is adorned with a small knob. Dating from the 2nd to 4th centuries AD, their craftsmanship is undeniable. But here's the problem. There is not a single mention of them in any known Roman text. Not one. For an empire famous for its meticulous record-keeping, this silence is deafening. So what were they for? The theories are all over the map. Some suggest they were tools, like candlesticks or even a special device for knitting gloves. Others propose a technical function, perhaps as a surveyor's tool or a rangefinder. One compelling idea is they were used to determine the best time for sowing grain by measuring the angle of the sun. Yet, none of these theories fully fit. The different hole sizes seem inconsistent for a precision measuring device, and some argue they don't show the kind of wear you'd expect from a common tool. This has led some to suggest a ritualistic purpose, though any connection to specific traditions remains speculative. Without any written accounts, we're left with a beautifully crafted puzzle. An object that was clearly important enough to be made and distributed across provinces, but whose purpose has been completely lost to time. Our next mystery takes us to a field in West Dunbartonshire, Scotland. Buried just a few feet beneath the soil lies an enormous stone slab that could rewrite our understanding of prehistoric societies. Known as the Cockno stone, this massive rock is covered in some of the most spectacular Neolithic art in Europe. First uncovered in 1887, the stone is adorned with dozens of intricate spiral patterns and indented cup and ring marks. These symbols were carved by people around 5,000 years ago, making them roughly contemporary with, or even slightly older than, the Great Pyramid of Giza. But what they mean is the question that continues to haunt researchers. For decades, the stone was a local attraction, but after suffering from vandalism, archaeologists made the difficult decision to bury it in 1965 to protect it. The stone was briefly uncovered in 2016, allowing scientists to use cutting-edge 3D imaging to create a perfect digital record of its surface. This new data has only deepened the mystery. The symbols on the Cockno stone are not entirely unique. Similar markings have been found at ancient sites across Atlantic Europe, from Ireland to Spain. This suggests a related rock art tradition spreading across the region, long before written language. Theories about their meaning range from celestial maps to territorial markers, or even sacred symbols connected to beliefs about life and death. Some researchers believe the complex patterns are a form of forgotten language. The layout of the symbols seems too deliberate to be purely decorative. Were our distant ancestors trying to tell us something? For now, the Cockno stone keeps its 5,000-year-old secrets buried, waiting for the day we can finally crack the code. Our third artifact is one of the most controversial objects ever pulled from the earth. Discovered in the 1930s in the ruins of a settlement near Baghdad, Iraq, it's a small clay jar. Inside, archaeologists found a copper cylinder, and inside that, an iron rod, all sealed with an asphalt plug. It dates back to the Parthian or Sasanian periods, roughly 2,000 years ago, and it bears a striking resemblance to a simple galvanic cell, or a battery. This raises a mind-bending question. Did an ancient civilization discover the principles of electricity 2 millennia before Alessandro Volta? When replicas of the jar are filled with an acidic liquid, like vinegar, they can produce around 1 volt of electricity. If they did have this knowledge, what on earth were they using it for? The most popular theory is electroplating, using the current to coat jewelry with a thin layer of gold or silver. The problem is, archaeologists have yet to find any definitive examples of electroplated artifacts from that period. Other ideas suggest a medical use, like a form of electroacupuncture, or that priests used the tingling sensation in religious rituals. Of course, there are skeptics. The mainstream archaeological view is that its function is uncertain. The idea that it was a battery is considered unlikely, as there's no other evidence of electrical knowledge, like wires or devices. It could have simply been a storage vessel for sacred scrolls where the metal parts had another purpose entirely. Yet, the components for a simple battery are all there. Was it a revolutionary invention lost to history, or just a very unusual pot? The debate still rages. Number 2. The Diquis stone spheres. Imagine trekking through the dense jungles of Costa Rica and stumbling upon a field of gigantic, almost perfectly round stones. This is the reality of the Diquis Delta, home to over 300 mysterious stone spheres. Known locally as Las Bolas, these objects are masterpieces of ancient engineering. They range in size from just a few inches to over 6 feet in diameter, with the largest weighing a staggering 16 tons. Created by the Diquis culture between 500 and 1500 AD, the precision of these spheres is breathtaking. Many are so close to being perfectly spherical, it baffles modern engineers. How did a culture with no known writing and only stone tools manage to create them? Artisans would have had to painstakingly chip away at hard volcanic rock with other stones, then polish them with sand to achieve their smooth finish. But the technical challenge is only half the puzzle. The rock quarries were often located miles away. How did they transport these multi-ton objects through unforgiving jungle terrain? And for what purpose? Those found in their original locations were often arranged in lines or geometric patterns, sometimes near the homes of important figures. This has led archaeologists to believe they were powerful status symbols or territorial markers. More speculative theories suggest they may have served as astronomical devices. While their creation is an incredible feat, it's not seen as impossible, but rather a testament to the ingenuity and social organization of the Diquis people. They remain silent, awe-inspiring monuments to a lost culture whose prowess we are only just beginning to appreciate. At the top of our list is an artifact so old it completely expands our timeline of human creativity. This is the Sheigar idol, the oldest known wooden sculpture in the entire world. Discovered in a Russian peat bog in 1890, this incredible statue was carved from a single larch log. When archaeologists pieced its fragments back together, they revealed a towering figure, originally standing over 17 feet tall, the height of a 2-story building. But what's truly astonishing is its age. Advanced radiocarbon dating has placed its creation at around 11,600 years ago. To put that in perspective, the Sheigar idol is more than twice as old as the Great Pyramids of Egypt. It was carved just as the last ice age was ending, a time when hunter-gatherers were already creating complex symbolic works like the cave paintings of Europe and the monuments at Göbekli Tepe. The idol's surface is covered in a mesmerizing and cryptic code of zigzag lines and other geometric patterns. But interspersed within these patterns are at least 8 human faces, carved one above the other. What does this all mean? Is it a totem pole telling a creation myth, a calendar, or a depiction of ancient gods or spirits? The Sheigar idol is powerful proof that 11,600 years ago, hunter-gatherer societies possessed a highly advanced and complex symbolic world. They weren't just surviving, they were creating massive works of ritualistic art to express profound ideas. This single wooden statue, preserved for millennia, has forced historians to deepen their understanding of the dawn of human art and ritual. It is a haunting messenger from a lost world, and its code is one we may never fully decipher. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the world's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching.